Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Fire Emblem Three Houses. We just completed a battle and defeated some bandit boss, and now this dude Alois is like, oh my gosh, hello, I know who you are. But I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois, just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary, one who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garreg Mach Monestary. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
Yeah, Daddy Gerald.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seiros.
The Knights of Seiros? They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required.
In my
Get going.
mind.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seiros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
My dad? No way. No way.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garreg Mach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression.
Yeah.
I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
I accidentally just skipped past that. So, Cables Jr., where does your allegiance lie? Did I skip it? I don't even know. I was looking at my phone for a minute. Okay! Okay. I'm trying to decide what I want to do, because I have to know. I want to think about which route I want to do first. I think we're gonna go with the order of the routes that I did first. So, my boy Dimitri, Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Understood. Fargus is a noble and distinguished kingdom that has always valued chivalry.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
my, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Edelgard. She's a refined young woman, but I feel as though she's always evaluating me. Dimitri. He seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath. Claude. His easy smile is striking, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garreg Mach Monestary.
is here.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Ooh. I can mute this up. There we go.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Her? Who are you talking
You
about?
saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
The Archbishop, you say?
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right, hello.
Oh my gosh, I love Seteth.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
My name is...
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I must work for her?
What?
As a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So,
Well, thanks,
you must
Alois.
be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you
Ah,
are.
Manuela.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
I love how she's just like, oh, also, by the way, I'm horrifically single. You're a songstress, you say? No way.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Mittelfranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, It seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no
There's
intention
so
of
much
changing your
foreshadowing.
mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger,
So much.
a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the Church, especially if they are frequenting Garreg Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Alright. So we have no teaching experience, and yet we're gonna be a teacher. I love making Violet's jump. All the Black Eagles. I love them all so much. Alright, now we get to explore. Also, another thing I want to say, I have not yet met a game that is fully voice acted like this, and that is something I truly appreciate and I love, and it just shows how much they put into this game to actually like hire people to voice act all of the lines. So good. Also, the music, top notch. The amount of leitmotifs in this, incredible. Anyways.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me. May I ask a favor of you?
Hey, Sedith.
I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
I will. Oh, the monastery. Oh, this music, I can't. It's so, so good. Anyway. Just load fully. I also love this because it gives me very strong Hogwarts vibes, and I'm very much so here for that.
Yes. So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Yes. Edelgard, let's hear about you.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Alright, so this is very important to look at. It may just seem there's a bunch of numbers and gibberish, but it is so important. Because it gives you just general overview of, like, what is going on. So, we have... Let's hide the details option. No, okay. No! Go back.
Me? What else?
Yeah. Okay. So the stats, usually, that doesn't matter as much right now, because you can always, increase stats later if you're training and whatnot. But the ability is always something good to look at. So, all the lords have this ability. Hers is Imperial lineage, and it multiplies experience earned by 1.2. So she levels up faster than other units. Strengths are sword, axe, authority, and heavy armor. So usually, she's good as like a heavy armor unit. Like an axe unit, like Brigand or something. Like a Brigand is like just strict axe unit, and then like Fortress Knight is a heavy armor and axe unit. So usually she's pretty good with those. Hubert is the only person I genuinely do not like in this game.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but Actually, that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
So Hubert is a very strong magic unit. It says his strengths are bow, reason, and authority. Don't ever put him with a bow. It's just, it ends up being really bad. Don't do it. Like, make him a mage. That is the only viable option. Cause, and it says his weakness is faith, which is like the white book, but, cause he doesn't really have a lot of good faith spells, but he still has them. And it's just nice to be able to have someone to heal in case you need it. So I just always just train him in reason and faith, because it's not worth doing anything else. Ah, Ferdinand. Also, his voice actor died a few months ago. So every time I hear Ferdinand, like, just hurts a little bit.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Dugair, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
And we have... So when he's at full HP, he gets hit plus 15 and avoidance plus 15, which is pretty nice. He's very overall strong melee fighter. Usually I'll make him some sort of knight with usually I'll give him a lance, sometimes I'll give him axe, but like a paladin is usually a good unit for him. Linthart, my favorite little sleepy boy.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
Alright, his ability, if a unit takes no action except wait, it recovers up to 10% of max HP. And some people think that this ability is dumb, but I actually found it decently useful, because if I'm just trying to move all of my units and not attack anyone on my turn, and he's not at full HP, I don't have to use healing spell slots, and I don't have to use vulneries to heal him. He can just heal himself, which is pretty nice. So he is the main healing unit for the Black Eagles, and he pretty much only uses magic, so also another magic unit.
He's the second son of Count Burgles. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Caspar is a wild little boy. He is gonna be your he's gonna be a brawling unit, because usually every house has a specific brawling unit, and this is Caspar. So his ability is adjacent foes suffer an avoidance -10 during combat. So it makes it easier for him to hit people, and if he is adjacent to a foe and another one of your allies attacks it, it also benefits them. So yeah, usually I'll make him a War Master, which is axe and brawling combination, and that usually fits him very nicely. Oh, my baby Bernadetta! I absolutely love Bernadetta. I love her so much.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class. So yeah, she is
in my opinion, other than Claude, the best bow unit in the game. I know there's a lot of argument about this, but I don't know, I just seem to have way more luck with Bernie than anyone else. Because Ash and Ignatz are the other two, like, dedicated archer units in the other houses, but I just feel like, because Ignatz is known for, like, having really strong accuracy, and Ash is just kind of meh, but she has a really high crit rate, and she just, I don't know, she's just good. I mean, she does get attack plus 5 when unit's not at full HP, so that helps with hit rate too. Again, dedicated archer. She is a sniper. She does well when she's not near any enemies. And Dorothea?
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
So Dorothea is honestly kind of a mixed bag, because there's some people that will go and make her a sword unit and some people that will make her a magic unit. But her ability is adjacent allies recover up to 10% of max HP at the start of each turn. So the best way to have Dorothea is in the middle and have 4 people around her, because then they'll always get healed. So that's usually good. And I usually always make her a magic unit, even though for one of her weaknesses is faith. I've tried the sword thing, I don't know. Because there's not really any other sword units in the Black Eagle house other than maybe Ferdinand if you really want to dedicate him to sword, but I usually put her in the Grimoire class, Warlock, Mage type class, because I don't know, she's just like the definition of girl boss when it comes to magic. She's really good in magic, like reason spells too. And last but not least, Petra, who I absolutely adore.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Bridget. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Alright, Petra? I know that I said Dorothea's girl boss, but Petra is like legit girl boss, because I don't know, she's just like, she's just, I don't know, love her. She's just such a good unit, and she can do anything except for magic. So, Hunter's Boon is her ability, and it grants crit plus 20 when the foe's HP is below 50%. So, that's very good. She has a very high crit rate, and usually I will make her a flying unit, which is one of her strengths, and that gives her really high avoidance. So she's not really tanky exactly, like she'll take hits pretty easily, but if you make her a flying unit, her avoidance rate goes way up, and she just kills everyone. She'll one-shot people, and like there've been battles where I literally will just like use Petra and Byleth, and they'll just they'll just wipe everyone else out. So, much love for Petra. Honestly, Black Eagle House, overall, the overall roster, overall skill set is my favorite. The only person I have a problem with personality-wise is Hubert, mostly because he's just an asshole. But everyone else, they're just all very good, and they're all very different. Well, like, a lot of them are mostly magic units, but they're all just so good. I don't have any complaints about any of them on the battlefield. So, they're all very capable units. So, oh, that took up a while. So, on the next episode, we will go talk with Dimitri and meet all of the Blue Lions house, and then talk with Claude and meet all of the Golden Deer house. Actually, and then we'll talk to all of them individually, and then hopefully that'll take less than 35 minutes, and we can choose our house, which will be the Blue Lions for this run. So, we will still meet everyone and get to know everyone because it's important to like see, you know, how people interact with each other, and it's just cool to meet everyone. So if you haven't watched this game before or played it at all, it's a good chance for you to meet everyone, see what's up, because everyone is so different and they all have very distinct personalities, which I love. So I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.